To the Hatter.
To the rabbit for his bushy tail.
and to the Hatter for his bushy tail. And
to the rabbit for his long ear. No room!
No room!
But there's plenty of room.
Have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
There isn't any.
Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
Well, it wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being asked. All of you.
Yes.
I didn't realize this was your table. It said for a great deal more than just two.
You need a haircut.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
We shall have some fun now. I'm glad they started asking riddles. I believe I can guess that.
Do you mean to say you think you can answer it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what I say. It's the same thing, you know.
Not the same a bit. Well, you might just as well say, I see what I eat. It's the same thing as, I eat what I see.
You might as well say, I like what I get. It's the same as I get what I like. Or you might as well say, I breathe when I sleep. It's the same as I sleep when I breathe.
It's the same thing with you. What day of the month is it?
The fourth.
It's 2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
Yes, but some breadcrumbs must have got in as well. You shouldn't have put it in with a bread knife. Give me a fork.
Fork, cup,
Oh. Knife?
pot.
Butter?
Can you pass the butter, please? Please, hurry faster.
Cake!
It was the best butter, you know.
What a funny clock. It tells the day of the month, but it doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Well, why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Of course not. But then it stays the same year for such a long time together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't quite understand you.
The rabbit fell asleep.
Of course. I was just gonna remark the same thing myself.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I.
I want a clean cup. Let's all move one place on.
I think you could find something much better to do with your time than wasting it asking riddles that have no answer.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk of wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoke to time.
Well, perhaps not. But I do know that I have to beat time in order to learn music.
Well, that accounts for it. Now, if you only kept on good terms with time, he'd do almost anything you'd like with the clock. For example, Say it was 9 o'clock in the morning, just time to begin lessons. You'd only have to whisper a hint to time, and round goes the clock in a twinkling, 1:30, time for dinner.
That would be grand. That would be grand, certainly. But then I shouldn't be hungry for it, you know.
Well, not at first, perhaps. But you can keep it at 1:30 as long as you like.
Is that how you manage?
Not I. We quarreled last March. It was at the concert given by the great queen, and I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. You've heard something. You've heard it. Yes,
Sounds
yes.
like it.
It goes on, you know. Up above the world you fly, like a teacher in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle. Well, I had hardly finished the first verse when the queen bawled out, "He's murdering time! Off with his head!"
Oh, how dreadfully savage.
Yes. And ever since that, he won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6 o'clock now.
Is that why there are so many tea things set out here?
Yes, that's it. It's always tea time, and we've no time to wash things between whiles.
And I suppose that's why you have to keep going around.
Exactly so, as things get used up.
So what happens when you get back to the beginning again?
Suppose we change the subject. I'm getting tired of this one. Maybe the young lady would like to tell us a story.
Oh, yes, yes! Splendid, splendid!
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Then the rabbit can tell us one, provided he can stay awake through it.
I can stay awake through it just fine. Let's see. Once upon a time, there were 3 sisters. Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly. And they all lived at the bottom of a well.
What did they live on? What did they eat and drink?
Treacle.
They couldn't have done that. They'd have been ill.
And so they were. Very ill.
But why did they live at the bottom of a well?
Take some more tea.
I haven't had any yet, so I can't take more.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
Nobody asked your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
But why did they live at the bottom of a well?
Oh, well, they were learning to draw, you see.
Oh, what did they draw?
Treacle.
I want a clean cup. I want a cup. Let's all move one place.
Excuse me.
Oh, gosh.
Are you okay there, Rabbit?
Oh,
I still don't understand. Where did they draw the treacle from?
If you can draw water from a water well, I think you can draw treacle from a treacle well. Eh?
But they were in the well.
yes. Well in. They were learning to draw. And they were drawing all manners of things. Anything that began with the letter M.
Why an M?
Why not?
Yes. Anything that began with the letter M. Such as mouse traps. Or the moon. Or memory. Or muchness. You know, you say that there can be much of a muchness, but have you ever seen a drawing of a muchness?
Really? If you ask me, I don't think...
Then you shouldn't talk.
Go! Oh dear! Oh dear! I'm late! I'm late! Oh, I'm so terribly late!
But this must
indeed.